Good morning, students. Yes, dear students, today is your test of chapter 2, and the test questions are written here. This test is of 20 marks. This is of 20 marks. Okay. Um, I hope you must have prepared well for this, and we will discuss about these also. These questions also. First question is the name the technique used to separate. Which technique is used to separate cream from milk? Here you have to write the name of the technique that is used to separate cream from the milk. And all these are there. You have to define. You have to write the name of the techniques that are used to separate cream from the milk. First is the this is called centrifugation. Centrifugation is the technique that is used to separate cream from the milk. Second one is technique used to separate salt from seawater. Which is the technique that is used to separate salt from seawater? That is evaporation. That is evaporation. Iron pins from the sand. Here, that is by using magnet we can also separate iron pins from the sand. Okay, or by sieving we can also do this, or by drugs from blood. Which method is used to separate drugs from the blood? This is the chromatography. The method used to separate drugs from the blood is the chromatography. When I have told you about these techniques, then I have just asked you to lay stress on these techniques. You can get the question, name the technique, which technique is used to separate drugs from the blood, just as to separate camphor from the salt. Which technique is used? That is sublimation. Oil from water. These are immiscible liquids, and immiscible liquid, that means they do not dissolve in each other. And water and oil, they do not dissolve in each other. Then which method is used to separate oil from water? That is the separating funnel. Separating funnel. Oil will settle at the top and the water will be at the bottom, and by using the separating funnel we will separate water from oil. Acetone from water. Which method is used to separate acetone from water? That is the distillation method. Acetone and water both are miscible liquids. Miscible liquids that means that dissolve in each other, and this distillation method is used to separate the two miscible liquids. Dye from ink. Which method is used to separate dye from ink? That is evaporation. By evaporation, the water that will get evaporated from the ink and dye will remain in the as the residue. Okay, because ink is a mixture of dye and color, or dye and water. Color from the dye. We use chromatography. Color from the dye to separate different, because dye is the mixture of colors, and for separating the different colors from the dye we use the technique that is the chromatography. Components of petroleum. Petroleum contains many things like kerosene and LPG, diesel and paraffin wax. All these are present in the petroleum. And how can we separate these components? By fractional distillation method, because in their boiling point difference is less than the 25 Kelvin. So that the miscible liquid that are having difference in their boiling point less than 25 Kelvin, the method used that for them is the fractional distillation method. Okay, I think you got it, and you have to memorize these also. Now the next question, these are of 10 marks, and the next question is write any three difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture, that is having uniform composition throughout. Having uniform composition throughout, that is the homogeneous mixture. In heterogeneous mixture, it is having non-uniform composition. That is heterogeneous mixture. In homogeneous mixture, we can't see different boundaries. We will not be able to see different layers. But in case of heterogeneous mixture, we will be able to see the different boundaries. Okay. And in homogeneous mixture, we will not be able to separate the components by simple methods. In heterogeneous mixture, we can do it by, and in you can give the examples also. For example, homogeneous mixture, just as copper sulfate in water, sugar in water, sugar dissolved in water, salt dissolved in water. And in heterogeneous, you can give the example of oil in water, and you can also give the example of sulfur in the iron fillings. All these are the heterogeneous mixture. Okay, whenever you will write the differences, you have to write in the tabular form. That will leads to great impact. Okay, now next question is define solution, and what are the components of the solution, define them also. It means you have to write the definition of solution, and what are the components the solution is made up of, what in, and we have to define these components also. Solution is the homogeneous mixture. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, and the components of solution are solute and solvent. Components of solution are solute and solvent, and what is define them also. It means we have to write the definition of solute as well as solvent. Solute is the component that is the taken in less quantity, and that get dissolved in the solvent, right? And the solvent is the component that is taken in the large quantity and in which solute get dissolved. Okay, just as we say that we are making the solution of sugar in water. Sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Okay, in this case you have to write the name of the components, that is solute and solvent, and you have to define solute and the solvent. Got it? Now what is the element? Element, it is the basic form of the matter that cannot be divided further by any chemical method. This is the definition of chemical, and classify them. Elements can be classified into three categories, that is metals, non-metals and metallites. Okay, you have to just write name because this is of 2-mark question, and definition of element and the classification, that is metals, non-metals and the metallites. Now the last question is what is colloidal solution, and write any one property of this. You have to define the colloidal solution, and you have to write any one property of the colloidal solution. Colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture that appears to be homogeneous. Okay, it is a heterogeneous mixture but appears to be homogeneous mixture. And any one property, that is the most important property of the colloidal solution, is that it shows the Tyndall effect. It will scatter the light. When light is made to pass through this colloidal solution, then it will scatter the light. That is called the Tyndall effect. And you can also write in any one property. You have to write, you have learned so many properties, that it is a heterogeneous mixture. The size of the particles is in between. It is not so small like the particles of the true solution, and it is not bigger as the suspension particles. And these the components cannot be separated by the simple physical methods. Okay, for that we have to use the special methods, that is just like for separating cream from the milk, we use the centrifugation method, and because milk is the colloidal solution. Okay, I think these will be clear to you all, and according to marks you have to write the answer. Okay, where here 3 differences and 1 mark for each difference, and there the definition of solution and the components, that is 1 marks of each, and the answer should be according to the marks, and it should be related to the point that has been asked to you. Okay, I think it must be clear to you, and in the next session there will be a test of your text and in-text question answer of chapter 2. Okay, text and in-text question. Okay, goodbye.